He was the man Hollywood saw as unbreakable. The gravelly voice, the steady gaze, the cowboy who never flinched. But behind closed doors, far from the cameras and applause, Sam Elliott carried a quieter truth. At 81, in the soft glow of his Malibu home, whiskey catching the light in his hand, he finally allowed the wall of silence to fall. What he revealed wasn't scandal for shock's sake. It was a confession about longing, fear, and the invisible cost of living honestly in an industry that rewards illusion. This is not just a story about famous women. It's about 5 encounters that shaped a man the world thought it already knew. 1. Raquel Welch, the goddess no one was allowed to see. In the mid-1970s, Sam Elliott was still fighting for recognition, another name buried on a casting list, another audition ending in quiet disappointment. Raquel Welch, meanwhile, stood at the very peak of global desire. Her image dominated posters, magazines, and fantasies across the world. Their paths crossed not under studio lights, but in a small, weathered bar near Venice Beach. The night air was cold, the neon flickered, and Sam was nursing cheap beer and bruised hopes. Raquel entered unnoticed, hidden behind sunglasses and exhaustion. When she sat beside him and asked for a light, remarking that he was the only man not staring, Sam felt something shift. What followed was an unspoken pact. No headlines, no handlers, no performances. Just 2 people meeting in private. At her hillside home, Sam saw the woman beneath the legend, bare-faced, wearing his shirt, cooking eggs at midnight. "Here, I'm not Raquel," she told him softly. "I'm just someone who wants to be loved." For 3 weeks they shared something rare and fragile. She spoke of loneliness, of the heavy crown of being endlessly desired, of relationships sacrificed to maintain an untouchable image. But it couldn't last. Raquel didn't need affection, she needed escape from her own name. And Sam, still unsteady in his career, couldn't be her rescue. When she finally said goodbye, without tears, without blame, Sam understood that some connections are beautiful precisely because they cannot survive. To him, she was never a symbol. She was a secret, kept out of respect. 2. Jane Fonda, the woman who taught him fear can be strength. In the late 1960s, Jane Fonda stood at the edge of cultural explosion. Barbarella had turned her into an icon, but it was her sharp mind and political fire that truly set her apart. Sam, still largely invisible in Hollywood, met her at a quiet backstage gathering. She noticed him instantly, not with flirtation, but with curiosity. Their connection unfolded in modest spaces, small apartments where Jane shed the weight of fame and ideology. Their evenings were filled with debate that slowly gave way to desire. Jane was always in command, and for the first time, Sam felt both drawn in and exposed. When she told him he didn't have to play the cowboy, something cracked open. Jane made him confront a truth he'd avoided. Real strength begins with admitting fear. But Jane was heading into political firestorms, controversy, and global scrutiny. Sam, still learning to stand on his own, didn't believe he could withstand that kind of pressure. They parted quietly, understanding that love doesn't always fail. Sometimes timing does. 3. Farrah Fawcett, America's Smile and 6 Months of Silence. By 1979, Farrah Fawcett was everywhere. Her smile defined an era. Her image sold millions. At a charity event, she scanned a room of men trying too hard and stopped on Sam, the only one not trying at all. Their relationship unfolded in secrecy, rented apartments, night drives, beaches after dark. Farrah cherished those hidden moments where she could exist without being consumed. One night, stripped of makeup and performance, she confessed through tears that everyone wanted a piece of her, but no one truly wanted her. For 6 months, they shared something tender and real, but the very secrecy that protected them also limited them. Farah feared the damage truth could do to her image. Sam feared being lost in a spotlight too bright to breathe beneath. They parted gently, carrying equal admiration and sorrow. 4. Jessica Lange, the mirror that changed him. Sam met Jessica Lange at a film festival in 1983 during her creative peak. Their bond formed in overlooked places, roadside motels, dusty sets, quiet bars. Jessica challenged Sam intellectually and emotionally, pushing him to open places he kept sealed. When she told him he was too strong for his own good, he knew she was right and knew he wasn't ready. They separated with respect, understanding that love doesn't always align with direction. Jessica continued upward into demanding roles. Sam found his strength in grounded stillness. She didn't stay longest, but she reshaped him forever. Behind every legend is a human story, unfinished, imperfect, and deeply real. Of these 5 women, whose connection do you think left the deepest mark on Sam Elliott, and who, in your eyes, was truly most compatible with him? Share your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed uncovering the hidden truths behind Hollywood's golden glow, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more stories the spotlight never told.